Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Welcome back to the Soul Speaks podcast. I am so excited to be here because, when I tell you, first of all, my phone was frozen for like 2 days. And I'm tired of when it freezes for like days. When it freezes for like an hour or two, I'm cool. And when I say freeze, I mean whatever I'm on. If I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling, it's gonna stop right at the scroll and it's just gonna stay there. And I'll be like, God, what is going on? Who is doing this? Why is this happening? Why? So I just decided to take a break. Even my internet was messed up, so I couldn't get on my computer and go on TikTok or Instagram. I just had to just relax, which I was happy about. I'm not gonna lie. Every time my phone freezes, I'm like, okay, there's a reason for it, and I'm gonna accept it, period. I'm not gonna fight it. There's nothing I can do when my phone is froze. I can't exit out. The screen is just where it's at. Me putting it on the charger doesn't do anything. Android problems, okay? So, right before my phone froze, I had did a podcast called Dear Dad, and I pretty much was it was a letter to my dad, pretty much telling him what I what I wanted from him and what he didn't do for me, and how his presence would have been really great in the development of my life, being his only daughter. And I was gonna post it, but then I took it down because I don't know. I feel like I was vulnerable, but I feel like I wasn't vulnerable enough. So I might do it again, but I'm not sure. This is totally different though. This is because I was gonna do Dear Mom and then Dear Dad and then Dear Mom. But I'm gonna do something different, and it is about parenting. This podcast is called Termination Station. And 222 as I say that, but please don't get mad at me, y'all. We gotta be real, we gotta be truthful here. And as a woman, as a goddess, we have to be responsible for ourselves. So, Termination Station. So, this is about, so pretty much, I was having a conversation with a group of ladies, and we were talking about how in this season, it's really not the best to have children. Children are God's gift, but right now there's a lot of healing that needs to be done with both sides, the parent, the mother, and the father. And if these people are not healing and really healing, talking to God, figuring out what they need to change, clearing out habits, burying generational curses, not just breaking them. So, and I didn't say my announcement, but if you hear anything, my prince is in the background, okay? So, we have to be mindful of the children we bring into the world, because I feel like right now, as a millennial and maybe even Gen Z people, we are a little bit more conscious and aware about bringing children into the world because of the trauma and the karmic debt that we are currently living in and going through and getting rid of from our parents and their parents and their parents, okay? And so there's a lot of people I noticed that are like, oh no, I don't want kids because I'm not healed just yet and I want to be perfectly healed and, XYZ, which is a great perspective to have, because if more people actually thought about waiting, being on birth control, or literally asking God about the partners that they're conceiving with, we wouldn't have all of these traumas and we wouldn't have all of these addictions and, things happen, but we have to be more mindful about the people that we are bringing into the world. People say all the time, I didn't choose to be here. On a soul level, we did choose to be here. But honestly, on a people level, on a flesh level, we didn't ask to be here. And some of these people really shouldn't be parents. So, I'm going to talk about my experience with Planned Parenthood. And I don't mean to laugh, but that was just a crazy segue. Last year, I got pregnant and I was not exactly happy about it. Like from the jump. I was actually shocked that I was pregnant. And at the time I was in school and school was getting very difficult at the time. And so when I found out, I'm just like, wow, like, okay, a baby is coming. Okay, I'll get prepared, I guess. I mean, I'll try to do it differently than from my first pregnancy. You know, I'll try to do it differently. But man, I'm in school right now, and this is really what I desire for my life. These are the goals, 555. These are the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And I mean, I'm happy, God. I know that children are a gift, but it's like, come on. Like, I feel like this is a crazy time for that. So, you know, I was getting happier, as happy as I can get, right, during the time. I got to about almost 3 months. And in that time, something very dramatic happened with my partner. And, you know, when drinks fly, people say that that is their truth, correct? So the drinks is flying, obviously not with me because I'm pregnant, but somebody, my partner, came home drunk and decided to say all type of different crazy stuff. Oh, is the baby even mine? So I was like, oh, okay. Now, this person claims they don't remember saying that. But at that time, me being sober, I said, okay. I started immediately looking up Planned Parenthood because what we're not going to do, what I'm not going to do, because it's not about we anymore. It's about me. I've always been pro-choice because we don't know what's going on. A woman could be raped. The relationship could not be working out, and they figure out the red flags before, you know, fingernails and, you know, a heart, you know, things like that. Before they get too big and things like that. I've always been pro-choice because you never know what's going on in a relationship. But I never thought that I would have to deal with that. And so I just took the perspective of how would I treat a person who is having to deal with that choice, you know, because I'm very accepting. I'm an empath. And so, you know, if you need to make that decision for yourself and what's best for you, if you talk to God about it, then yes. But I told myself I didn't want to. My first pregnancy was amazing. I worked. I was healthy. I was very active. I was satisfied with my first pregnancy. There was no anger. I was happy. I was fed. No problems. Okay? And even when it came to, you know, the actual birth of my first child, my water didn't break with me being stressed and yelling at people and all that. It was no drama. So with the second pregnancy, and then he says, oh, is it even mine? And I'm just like, what? Because that's the devil. That's the devil sneaking in right there. Okay? So I made the conscious choice because I remember my first pregnancy being I asked for this. I asked to be a stay-at-home mom, but I didn't ask to, you know, not be a priority, to be disrespected, to, you know, harbor anger and resentment and jealousy and envy and all of that. I didn't want to harbor that in for my baby. Like I told you, my first pregnancy, I was happy. That means the baby was happy. The baby was fed. There was no anger inside the blood for my baby to be angry when they get out and all type of stuff like that. No. So when I decided, I'm like, oh yeah. And I told him that night, I said, we are not ready for a baby. Confirmation. We are not ready for a baby. I'm not blaming you for what you said. We together are not ready for another baby, sir. So please make sure you have them funds together because it's gonna happen. And he's like, oh no, well, why are you getting rid of it so fast? And no. We don't, we do not need another baby. That's not going to bring happiness. Okay? I don't want to carry anger and a grudge while I'm pregnant because you said that to me. And then I don't want, when the baby come out and the baby look just like you, I'm like, looks just like you, right? Right. So what was that? And blah, blah. I don't, ew. That's ghetto. That's not my personality. That's not me. To be, oh yeah, right, I thought it wasn't yours. Oh, blah, 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 blah. No. I'm going to handle it like a lady because one, this is my body. So one, get that money up. I'm going to need that check because I'm about to go handle this, period. And no, you won't be there, and no, you're not talking me out of it because I'm grown. And I know how sacred it is to carry a child. I loved being pregnant. Not the second time, but the first time. So with the second time, the energy was already funny. It was already funny. I'm trying to handle my dreams over here. I'm in school and it's getting harder and harder and harder. This school ain't nothing to play with. And then now I'm pregnant and now you talking about some, oh, is it even mine? Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about me, okay? Like, come on. And yes, the process went quick and, you know, it took me some time. Like, I was happy about the procedure, but I realized I had to really step it up with my dreams. I couldn't let my dreams just slide. And so I know for a fact I didn't heal properly when it came to me losing a child, because me carrying a child has always been serious to me. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and have a husband and have my babies and just show them the love I never got. And so why in the hell would I bring them into a situation where their dad is over here side-eyeing? Where their dad is just saying shit when they drunk? Or their mom just allowed that to happen, or they come out the womb and they angry and they don't know why they angry at dad, or they don't know why they angry at mom. In my experience, my mother had an abortion after me, but before my younger brother, and we're about like 2.5 years apart. Now, she got with the man that cheated on her, which is my dad. But he cheated on her, had a child that's literally the same age as me, just a few months younger, okay? And then afterwards had my younger brother. So I already noticed, like, my younger brother is an angry man. That man, it resents his mother so bad. Like, it's not even funny. Because she's a male basher, and then she had a son. So of course she low-key male bashes him. These are the traumas and cycles and the shit that does not need to be in my bloodline. Are you serious? This is why men be angry. And that's why they don't really like women. They don't really like black women. So then they get white women or whatever. And I'm not discriminating, but I'm just saying, this is why men have issues with women. This is why women have issues with women, because of the pregnancy, the vital, most fertile times where the baby is in the soil and they are absorbing things, and there is bullshit going around in the external environment that affects the internal environment. I've always been pro-choice. Always. But I've never experienced that. I have friends who have taken Plan Bs, or they've taken the abortion pill from Planned Parenthood. Yes, but they never made it as far as almost 3 fucking months. And I was going to keep the baby. I really was. Even though, you know, money is tight, I'm in school, I was just going to thug it out. Nigga, I was going to thug it out. But it's not about thugging it out, because that's how you create traumas. That's how you create issues. Now imagine my baby would have came out with some defect or some mental issue, because I carried that hurt and guilt and resentment and shame. of what he said to me on some dumb shit. We gotta be like responsible, you know? And to this day, it's been a year. It's been a year and like 3 months. And that happened during Leo season of last year. So, my confidence was on point. Oh, I'm doing this. And you can't tell me no. Give me the money, we're doing it. Because you're lucky I'm even dealing with your ass. Which is another situation. But like, for real, we have to be responsible. As women, we have to be responsible of who we laying with and what we're going to tolerate. I told that man we will not be having any more children. I don't give a damn if what's actually stepping it up. Because the things you say, you meant it. You meant it. 1:11 p.m. on the clock as I say this shit. That shit hurt me. And so why would I have a baby? Knowing my mom had to deal with bullshit and yelling, and who knows? She was the type that was busting out car windows and busting out house windows and slashing tires. That shit's ghetto. And who knows if she did that shit pregnant? That shit is ghetto. And I am not ghetto. Not in mentality, not in spirit. I am God's child. And I will not be passing down fucking anger and resentment and guilt and, oh, well, I didn't even want to have this baby and you didn't, No. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to handle that and I'm going to repent because I felt bad. After a while, I did feel bad. Like, damn. I could have had a fucking baby. A new baby, like learning to walk, learning to talk, having new teeth and shit. I love that shit. I love that shit. I love baby fever. I can have baby fever all the time. It's not meaning I'm trying to get a baby right now, but I stay in baby fever. I love babies. But they don't deserve shit like that. They don't deserve shit like that. They don't come into the world to deal with shit like that. We're supposed to do better for them. They're supposed to hear better. And imagine my baby hearing that. And I was hoping, because I couldn't even get to the fact to know what the gender was. They did ask me when I went to Planned Parenthood. They did ask me if I wanted to know what the gender was. And I said no. Because I'm really trying to release this because I don't desire to be angry. I'm not like, hurry up and get it out of me. But I need this to happen because I have things to do. I have to heal from this situation. So no, but I thought it was, I honestly in my heart knew I was having a baby girl. I knew it. And with the issues I have with my mother, that is not gonna fly. Because I didn't even scratch the surface of my mother issues until after that abortion. Until after she took me, and then she wanted to tell me she got one. And then she was like, well, I don't, trying to gaslight me and trying to make it seem like this is not my decision. Oh, it was my decision. Well, I know you wanted kids, so I'm just shocked that you're doing it. Well, be shocked, bitch. Because I'm not finna settle like you did. I'm not finna create grudges and mental instability with my children like you did. I have to be responsible. I have to do what God told me to do. And yeah, I contemplated about that shit. Like, God, you really want me to do this shit? You really want me to do this shit? But yes. Because why the fuck would he say some shit like that to you? Right. His mental ain't even there. Right. As I was shuffling the deck, loneliness is at the bottom. I know that I am never alone. I'm not about to keep a baby just so, no. I have friends who knew from the moment they was pregnant that that's not even a man. And still had the baby and got issues. That man has never committed to you, not once, and you still had his baby? Hell no. And I'm married, and you ain't gonna say no whack ass, dumb ass shit to me. That's one thing I know. We married, yes, but I'm not about to bring your child into this world that's going to look like you and have your fucking last name, and you're going to talk to me crazy. I have respect for myself, and I have respect for my children. Never again. You know? Never again. You got to protect yourself, and you got to protect your energy, and you got to protect your babies, even if it's just you. So I hope one day I do have a child, another one. But if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards, honestly. And I'm okay with that because I'm healing and I heal so much. There are so many people that was around me during that pregnancy, the second one. People wanted to be so involved and do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. And so many people were talking. It was too much fucking energy. It was too much mouth. It was too much external chatter, bullshit, projections, everything. All of that had to go. And all of them people went too. A year and some change later, I don't talk to my mom. I don't talk to my dad. I don't talk to my brothers. I don't talk to none of them niggas. None of them. Not even the friends I had. So if I would have had that baby, there's some lessons I wouldn't have fucking learned. Let's just be real. I wouldn't have learned. Half of them people would have still been in my fucking life. Projecting onto me. Stealing my energy. Fucking me up mentally and spiritually. No ma'am. No sir. No. No. I had to go to Termination Station. Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo. And that's crazy because this year the Roe versus Wade situation came up, and it kind of hit home for me because I'm happy that I'm in a state where that was possible. But I know that the doctor that did my procedure, she said, like, I asked her, I said, have you had one before? And she was like, oh yeah, like he cheated on me and I did that. Like I did it and I didn't care either. And she was like, and that's why I came to this state because women, and she was like, I never got with him again. Because sometimes it's a learning lesson. Honestly, it's a learning lesson. It really truly is a learning lesson. And if you are aware, if you are self-aware, if you are in alignment, honestly, you'll hear it from God. What choice you need to make. And honestly, this is not the time for that. Yes, it is a beautiful thing. Yes. But y'all got to be two peas in a pie. Y'all minds got to be on the same accord. Y'all need to be in a real divine union. Not no fake, false-ass twin flame. Not no narcissistic relationship shit. No. Y'all need to be God-ordained. Souls tied together. Y'all need healing need to happen before y'all met and during y'all meeting. Nah, we can't be denying. Oh well, maybe the baby will bring us together. When has that ever fucking happened? For people, we have to be real. We really do. We have to be real with ourselves. We have to be truthful with ourselves. The Life-Matician on YouTube and keeping up with OG on TikTok. She has a podcast called It's the Truth. Or even on TikTok, she has a playlist, Rethink That. Because please, rethink that. Did it work out for your mom that got 4 different baby daddies? No offense, but we have to be real. Are we trying to be like mom with 4 baby daddies? Are we trying to be like dad with 4 baby mamas? Are we trying to be unstable? Are we trying to bring mentally unstable children into the world? I think not. I think not. These children don't deserve instability. Mental, physical, spiritual, financial, they don't deserve any of it. These new children that come, that are pure souls, they deserve a great experience here. with parents who love them and have empathy and know how to heal and have self-responsibility and accountability and a pure soul and have learned from their mistakes and are ready to do better, take divine steps to their purpose. Not fucking around and just like, oh, I'm gonna bring children in for the money, for the link card, excuse me? To add on my taxes, excuse me. That's trifling and ghetto. A lot of people need to have discipline. I accomplished what I set my mind to. Have discipline. If you don't want to have children, don't have them. I don't care what that man said. I don't care how good the pillow talk was. I don't care if you're like, oh, well, I'm supposed to have children. Yeah, you're supposed to have children with the right person. Not with a shitty ass man. Not with a shitty ass woman. So I may have gotten very direct and I definitely got emotional. But that shit meant a lot to me. Having babies means a lot to me. Not every woman can have a baby healthily. Not every woman can carry a baby. Not every mother is a maternal figure. Not every dad is a dad figure, a father figure. So that was important to me. And so you have to realize, are you a maternal figure? Are you a paternal figure? Do you have that nurturing energy inside of you? Do you have patience? Can you create peace within your home so that your babies, are in a peaceful environment? Are the finances there so you're not stressed all in the mind? When you do have this baby? Patience is here at the bottom of the day. I accept that everything happens in divine order, and I have to be patient with myself. Because after a year and some months later, I am really healing from that. Like, do not feel bad about that situation. I didn't feel bad at first, but I feel like it was more of like, well, a slight revenge. Just a little bit. Because it's like, oh, I'm doing this, and I hope it hurts you. To the fact that we're not having a baby. Because it hurts me, but I have to be mature. I have to step into my masculine energy about this. And do what's right for me. Forget you. Because I told y'all, I'm an ex-people pleaser. So, forget y'all. I need to focus on my happiness. At the bottom of the deck, I am aware that being happy means I am on the right path. And perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And baby, let me tell you, I motherfucking graduated my school. I passed them tests. I graduated that school and I got my motherfucking license. Oh, I accomplished my dream. My biggest manifestation came true. Okay? And not saying that baby was a distraction. But, hey, God like to do little funny things. God like to do funny things. And like I said, I wouldn't have learned about half those people that was in my motherfucking energy and in my motherfucking circle if I didn't do that shit. If I didn't go to Termination Station, I wouldn't have learned. And I am grateful. Gratitude right here. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents, and guilt. I released any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. Best believe I needed to learn that motherfucking lesson last year. And I am so grateful for it. I am. And so to any of y'all out there, always, hey, I'm not going to say always, but check with God first. Always check with God first. Don't be on the fence of, don't be choosing the side, oh, pro-choice, pro-life. Stay in the middle, because you never know the situation that may come to you. You could, like that TikTok where they be like, oh, I'm going to stop saying my man, whenever. Yeah, because he could. Oh, he could. Oh, I would never deal with that in my pregnancy. Oh, I would never, Think again. Because you might be passing down some shit during pregnancy that you didn't even realize. You dealt with one situation, and that has brewed something in the baby that now when that baby comes out, it's just different. That baby didn't come out pure. It's coming out with some anger for no reason. Why am I angry? I I don't like this. And now they have problems dealing, when they grow up, they have problems dealing with people when they grow up. That is mental instability. That is mental illness. So, I love y'all. I love y'all. And I love y'all. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I might actually put that Dear Dad up. I might actually put that up. Because I need to do Dear Mom. But this had to come out first. And I didn't know I was going to get emotional about this. I really didn't think I was going to cry about that. I really didn't. Because I've been keeping it to myself. But it doesn't need to be inside anymore. It doesn't need to be inside anymore. So, you know, God is allowing you all to make divine decisions about your body, what you desire, what you actually want. What are your dreams? So if you don't want a baby right now because that person doesn't make you feel safe, don't do it. Go to the state that will allow you to go to termination station. Period. Delete his fetus is what I heard yesterday. I'm sorry, that's not funny, but yes. Control, Alt, and delete. Because it's just too much. It's just too much. We have a lot of children in this world that need love, that need care, that need nurturing, that need acceptance, that need true guidance. And we need to start worrying about those children. We need to start focusing on those children. We need to start, you know, honing in on making the world a better place through our children. And not projecting onto them, but by actually showing them the way, how to heal themselves, how to do certain things, what not to accept, how to set boundaries, money management, mental health. All of that is very important when it comes to children. And people don't think about that because it be out of lust. It be out of lust. So, you know, I love y'all. Keep y'all head up. And, you know, just think about like your relationship with your parents and, you know, their relationship with the other children, like if you have siblings and stuff. Just think about the relationships and maybe how, if you could ask, like, how was the pregnancy with me? How was the pregnancy with my brother or my sister? And see what happens, because it's going to paint a picture. It's going to connect dots. It really is. It's going to connect dots. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Do you think that woman was happy about that? Do you think those children were happy about that? Do you think the other children of that man was happy about that? When they all come to the funeral and figure out they got children, it's different children, and oh, hey sis, you know, hey cousin, the hell? No, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We have evolved. We don't need that shit. So, stay tuned for Dear Dad and Dear Mom, because I didn't think I was going to post it, but I definitely am now. I definitely am. I love y'all. Stay hydrated. Thank you for listening.